called Sweet Summer, and I'm going to show you how to make a lollipop. A quick and easy way to make a cool lollipop like the kind that we used to get when you were kids, you know, at Disneyland. The big ones. So, hope that you can, I hope that you'll enjoy this and it's something you can use because I just thought it was a cool idea. Yeah, let's check out what's in my workspace. Okay, so this, as I mentioned just a second ago, is the Sweet Summer collection that we have that just came out this summer and super fun, summer of 2023. And I love all the cool kind of creamy colors that are used in this collection. And it reminds me of, you know, ice cream and just some fun summer candy. And I know that's kind of weird, but like I think of saltwater taffy and popsicles and watermelon and just, you know, summer treats. And one of those summer treats that came to mind when I saw these two pieces of paper in particular were the fun suckers that you can get like from places like Disneyland or other amusement parks that are those twisty confections that swirl around and make to make like a big sucker. And so I thought, wouldn't it be fun if we could figure out a way to use these papers to make a big sucker like that. And so I played around a little bit, and I tried, for instance, the, I'm not sure if I have it here that I could show you. Oh, I do. I tried this pattern that that some people on Facebook had kind of given a little bit of attention to in making like a beach ball. And so it's similar, this is similar to a beach ball, but although it looks a little more like a peppermint or in this case an orange cream candy. And I thought, you know, this works well for, you know, one of those type of little peppermint candies, but not exactly what I was going for when I was thinking about the suckers. So I thought, well, what else could I do? And I came up with a means of doing one using our circle cutter. So if you don't have this tool, this is a really nifty tool that allows you to make concentric circles of any size from 3 inches in dimension to 12 inches in dimension. And literally any size in between you can make. You can also draw them using this tool. So a really fun tool, and we're going to leave the drawing for another time, but you just loosen up this main round bob and it slides what is your measuring point with this marker right here, the black marker on this bubble, up and down the ruler so you can see this different sizes of circles that you want to make. It moves this foot right here, this rubber foot, and I have a tutorial on my site that really goes into depth about how to use this tool, so I encourage you to take a look at that if you have not seen it already or don't already know how to use this. But and the blade is down here, and today I'm going to use this to make a circle. Right now I'm going to set this at the 6 and 2 notches mark, because if you know this tool, you know that it's marked in increments of 2/10 rather than quarters. And so I'm going to let's see. Actually, I'm going to make this just a little bit smaller than that. We're going to go with just 6 and 1 mark, or 6 and 2/10. And we're going to just cut a circle out of this eggplant cardstock because, and I'm hoping that this is going to be wide enough, This is a not quite 6-inch piece of cardstock, so let's see if it will be wide enough for what we want here. Let's see. I have to make sure I know where the blade is. It might not be quite wide enough. I think we're going to go beyond it. Yeah. So I'm going to have some flat sides, but that's okay. This is just sort of for a sample anyway, just to give you an idea of what it would look like. Okay, so this is our 6.1 or 6 2/10 circle using our circle maker. Then I'm going to take and I'm going to adjust the pivot point and make it 6 inches. So I'm going to put that line right on the 6, the white 6 right here. And we're going to make a 6-inch circle. And I'm going to use this multicolored stripe. Okay, so I'm going to make sure that I have enough room that I'm not going to run off the edge over here. So good there. I'm good here. You can see where the blade is underneath, so that's what I'm looking at, just to kind of make sure that I'm still on the paper, but I'm not wasting any of it. So I'm going to push down on this pivot point, which is this big blue button right here, and I'm going to squeeze and push down on the smaller one over here on the side. That's what releases the blade for cutting, and I'm going to go all the way around. And there I have my circle. Alright, so this is my 6-inch circle. Now I'm going to cut my circle down, move it down here. I'm going to move it to 4 6/10, or 2 ticks down from 5. Is where I'm placing this one. Okay, and I want to, what I should have done is marked the center of this, but that's hard to do. So we'll do that. We'll do it really quick because we're going to need to know the center of our circle. So I'm just going to put a piece of a Post-it note right here in the middle of my circle. I'm going to use a pencil and I'm going to use my zero centering ruler. I'm going to place my circle on my grid so that it is centered. I have a 6-inch in diameter circle. That allows me to find the middle very easily because I'm working on a mat that is a grid. I can mark 3 inches and 3 inches, which is the center. Very easy. Okay, now I'm going to take my ruler and I'm going to place my ruler. I'm going to place the line just down from the 0 line, the line where all the numbers are, the line just towards me from there. I'm going to place that line on top of my horizontal line I just drew, and that's going to give me 1 1/4 inches from that center line. And I'm going to draw another line out here. That's going to tell me where the front of my cutting implement should go to keep my zero centering ruler centered every time. Every time I have to adjust the measurement bubble, I'm going to need to pick it up and move it. And so this allows me to put it right back in the exact same place. Okay, so I'm just going to line up this blue line right here with the vertical line on my Post-it note, and then bring it down very slowly until the front of my circle cutter hits that horizontal line that I drew 1.25 inches from the center. Okay, then I'm going to push down the bubble and I'm going to cut again. Okay, now I'm going to take my bubble and I'm going to move it as far to the left as possible. You're going to get almost to the 3. It's pretty much impossible to get right on the 3, but you can get fairly close, and just tighten it down as much as you can. Make sure this is turned upwards, because if you have this turned any more this way, you won't be able to slide this far enough to get to the 3-inch here. I hope that makes sense. But that's the way the tool is made, so that's what we have to do. Okay, so I'm just realigning my cutter, my circle cutter on my paper, so it's now centered again, and I'm going to cut again in the center, going all the way around. I'm just double checking to make sure I've gone all the way around. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to, and it shifted just a little, so I'll just shift it back just because. Now I'm going to take my medium circle in our custom cutting system and my blue blade, and we're going to make one more circle. Okay, because our circle maker doesn't go any smaller than 3 inches, I want a circle that's going to be just a little bit smaller. So I'm just going to line up my medium circle from the circle collection of templates. And I don't know if you know this or not, but the feet that are on the bottom of this template to kind of stabilize it a little bit are at equal points. So they're at a north, south, east, and west point. So if you just center those on the cross lines that you drew before, then you should have it centered. And then we're just going to cut a circle from the middle. Okay, so with that, our circles are done. We can take off our Post-it notes and stick it over here. Get the Post-it note off of this one and the Post-it note off of this one. All right. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take our purple base that we've got, and our purple base is just going to be wide enough to give us a frame around the outside. Okay, and so we're going to, I'm just going to use my repositionable adhesive so that I can cut another purple base that will go around it the whole way, since mine was not quite wide enough. But I didn't want to take the time to go and grab another piece of cardstock just now. Come on. Okay, so I need to just center this. Sometimes it's easier said than done, right? All right. Nice. Okay, then we're going to take our next concentric ring, and where it would line up like so, we're going to turn it about about, you can go 1/4 of an inch, or you can just go maybe 1/8 of the direction. So it would line up this way to be perfect in the way that we cut it. But I'm just going to turn it about 1/8 of the way and then go ahead and glue it down. Then I'm going to go to my next one. Okay. And where it would be perfect like this, I'm going to turn it another 1/8 of a turn. Doesn't have to be exact, just turn it a bit so it's not spot on, right? And we're going to do the same thing with this one. Turn it so that it's not spot on. All right, so now we've got our lollipop looking circles, and now you just need something that looks something like this. And I trimmed this off of a piece of decorative paper. I think it may have been a Christmas printed themed paper. I can't remember even, but it's perfect for what I need for this, and so I'm glad that it stuck around. And I'm just going to stick this lollipop stick right up underneath here a ways so that I can give that lollipop a stick. Okay, now this, you could put this on any kind of a base and create your own, you know, layout around it. I just mainly wanted to show you the technique of cutting these circles and turning them to give it that effect of the kind of the twisty lollipop sucker that we all remember from our youth. I thought it would be really a cool thing that you might want to add to your layouts. So just something kind of fun. I'm not really super great at paper art, you know, and most of the time I leave that to Martha Murray and other people who are much better suited to it than I am. But it's just an idea that I wanted to share, and I hope this inspires you to do something fun in your summer layouts or with your grandkids or whatever, because it's just a fun thing for growing up. All right, thanks so much for joining me. I hope you have a great day and many more creative moments. Take care.